into the biggest sports story in sports right now. That's them Colorado Buffaloes, baby. hey, hey, 3 wins already. One more win, and they done already hit that preseason win total. So, hey, some people going to cash out, boy. They waiting. They waiting. I don't know when that next win gonna come, but it's gonna come. You gotta like your
Right,
chance now. You
right,
feel me?
exactly.
Shit like that, bro. You gonna mortgage the house.
Right.
You feel me? You don't get shit too sweet like that.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
House, bro.
Hey, bro, you supposed to go sell every motherfucking thing. You feel me? You sell everything because you don't get a lick like this sometimes, bro. But hindsight, bro, I wish I would have got on it. You feel me? But what y'all thought about the game, man?
You go ahead, Mike.
I thought it was a good game. At first, you know, it was a lot of penalty stones, you know, by Colorado Rams, but overall, I think it was a good game, man. I like the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good game because I don't usually stay up about 1 o'clock in the morning to watch no college football. So definitely, I did see the antics from both coaches rolling over into the game to where Travis Hunter was hit on that penalty, which should have been a penalty. It should have been an ejection because that kid got hurt from that. He's going to miss some time due to that. But that started from the coaches and it trickled down into the game. But it was overall a great football game.
Facts. I fell asleep, man. I woke up fourth quarter. I seen Prime and them down by 11. You know, I talk a lot of shit about Prime. I give him a lot of props too. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie. I kind of was feeling bad. I was like, damn, lose any other game, don't lose this one.
Right.
Cause you know what I'm saying? It done really got personal.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So then, Colorado State did everything they can to lose that motherfucker after that. You feel me? When I woke up, Colorado took them 3 points, which was smart. You feel me?
Yep.
They trusted their defense.
Right, definitely.
They went down there and got that stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
2 more first downs, they were dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got that stop. Then to go 98 yards, bro, in less than 2 minutes, that's huge, bro.
Right.
Colorado State, your D coordinator, you cannot feel good about yourself after this game.
Definitely. Yeah, he took the
one
first
stop.
pass.
And if I'm remembering right, I don't think he blitzed one time that final drive.
No. He was in cover 2 a lot of that drive. Very passive, and it reminded me of the Florida State LSU final drive of 2022, where they drove all the way down the field on like the 2-yard line. Passive defense, so you get those type of results. Yeah.
When you got a smart QB that's accurate with the ball, you can't sit back there and pick you apart.
Exactly.
You got too much time. 2 minutes of college football is a lot of time.
Right.
Because now it go back to the old college rules. Under 2 minutes,
Right.
the clock stop every
Correct.
first down, or if you get out of bounds.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So that's huge. That's too much time, and he made them pay for it too.
Definitely.
And then the kid that gave up the game time touchdown is the same one that did the dirty hit on Travis Hunter.
Right.
Karma come full circle.
Right.
Though.
Exactly. Yeah. Being undisciplined, it came back. Yep. Being undisciplined.
It was a dirty hit.
Yes.
Yeah,
The play was over with. Play was over with.
They
On the
go for
sideline.
ball or nothing.
Yeah.
What Travis Hunter? We got a broke shoulder, broke rib, or something.
Oh no, he collapsed. As soon as he's broke down. I was like, yeah, that should have been should have been an ejection. No, that wasn't called for. You talking about people careers could get ended from stuff like that, you know?
Shador said something to him, but you know how much composure it took for the team? A brawl you would start after that.
Correct.
A brawl. Colorado sideline took it well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Usually, nigga, I done seen shit get ugly after something like that.
Right.
You get our star player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then for them to win that game without Travis, that's big too, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they gonna need him more than ever moving forward.
Right.
Next 2 weeks.
Who they play next week?
They got Oregon next week, and then
Where?
they got to go to Eugene. Yep.
Oh
And
my goodness.
then they come back home for
my
USC.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's gonna be some good tests. They're getting into the thick of things in the schedule now.
Oh yeah, big win. I'm glad they pulled that one off.
Right.
You feel?
Right.
I don't see them winning next week at all.
Me either.
Don't see them. I don't think they're good enough in the trenches.
Right.
I think the looks that Shador gonna get, he probably play an okay game.
Right.
It ain't gonna be great.
Right.
But I tell you this, if they win this game here, playoffs is a realistic chance.
Yes.
Now in the back of your mind, you can be like, God damn, well, we might get to the playoffs, nigga.
Right.
Cause look at what you done seen from all the other powerhouses.
Right.
Alabama look beatable. can get you far.
Right.
You see from everybody else.
True.
Especially
That's
with
true.
Georgia, the talent they got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma looked phenomenal, but I don't really think they had a real test yet. But who else? Texas looked good. Miami looked great. Florida State looked great up until yesterday.
Right.
But that's a game. I still think Florida State is a great team. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I don't like them. But I still think they're a great team. Boston College is one of those funny teams like that. It's just funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who else? Yeah, it's wide open this shit though, man.
That game yesterday, I was leery of that game for Florida State, considering that was a trap game due to it being an emotional game because they paid homage to the former player that died on 9/11, responding to the tower. So that I hate those type of games like that because now it reminded me of when we got beat pretty bad against Louisville when they paid homage to Muhammad Ali. In 2016, it's just certain things, those emotional games, man, when you're reflecting on something that happened outside of football, those are trap games.
Yeah.
And Boston College, and that was a good lick for them to get back considering we blew them out last year in Tallahassee. So, yeah, it was definitely college football right now. Heisman contender, I say right now, if I had to pick today, to be Michael Penix. If I had to say Heisman Trophy winner, I'll go with Penix. Penix averaging at least 380 to 400 plus yards a game, and he's lighting it up.
What you think?
It's still early.
But I'm saying, who you like though? If you had to pick one, who you like? You gotta like somebody.
Oh, it's still early. I don't know yet.
It's okay. You deal with that. I tell you this though. I see nobody in the race other than QBs.
Right.
I can't tell you one running back that's really done ball consistently.
Nope.
I can't tell you one receiver that done ball consistently.
Right.
It's a quarterback will win this year.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you 3 or 4 quarterbacks that I got off the top of my head. Penix, Shadur Sanders, Tyler Van Dyke from Miami.
Yeah, he got an argument right now.
Jordan Travis. And who can I say fifth? Who y'all think was the fifth name? What's another? Oh, you probably go to Doug Gabriel from Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's a
And
possibility.
you probably can throw the Texas QB.
What's called too? And Caleb Williams from USC. He probably could
how
repeat.
the fuck
He could probably repeat it. He
So
could
it's
probably
like
repeat
7
it.
quarterbacks
Right.
there, and then they got a chance to win.
Right.
This shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quarterback trophy this year from the look if it keeps this same momentum.
Without a doubt.
Right.
I don't think no running back or receiver can have a good enough stats down the stretch to even catch up with what these
Right.
guys have done.
Exactly.
We talking about these guys combined, all those QBs combined. I think they threw like 3 interceptions combined.
Right.
We talking about 7 QBs, like 4 games now combined. They probably threw 3 picks.
Right. And all of them averages.
That's unreal.
I'm gonna tell you what shocked me though, but they ain't getting him the ball. Marvin Harrison Jr. over there at Ohio State.
He probably don't want to receive it, but he ain't
But
going
I'm saying if they was to give him the ball, but they ain't been giving him the ball like they should.
Right.
He would be up there.
I don't see no receiver or running back winning it. A running back can win it if he putting up good stats, not only rushing, receiving also.
Right.
A receiver, he gonna have to catch some stats from somewhere else.
Right.
He gonna have to be returning punch.
Yeah.
Or you gonna have to be getting a few handoffs.
Definitely.
You feel me? Receiving just ain't gonna get it. It ain't gonna be enough to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you look at all the other quarterbacks, they even got some rushing stats behind them.
Another quarterback we forgot to mention, Sam Hartman for Notre Dame.
Oh, forgot.
And guess what? And guess who they got this week?
Man.
They got Ohio State this
And
week.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna guess the line right now. Who at home?
I think they got to travel to Columbus.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is what the line gonna be. I'm gonna guess. Ohio State favorite somewhere between -3 and 6 points. That's it. Nothing more than that. I like Notre Dame too. I like Notre Dame too because I don't trust Ohio State. Say it again, I hear you, Mike.
Shout out that boy Terry Moore and his Notre Dame Irish, man.
Okay.
Looking good these last couple years though.
Okay.
And they got Marcus Freeman, the brother over there, second year as the head coach.
Salute to that nigga.
Right.
I want that nigga workout plan. When I see that nigga be filling up that t-shirt.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Shout out Marcus Freeman for real.
Yeah, he's definitely rolling. He's rolling right now. He's definitely rolling right now.
That gym workout.
No, at all. Period. Off the muscle, for real.
Been wearing the shirt.
For real.
Yeah. He putting in the work.
For real. But they got a real good team this year.
Yeah.
They got a real good team. And shout out to school like Notre Dame, man, the high black man, for real.
Right.
They did hire Tyrone Williams.
Right, correct.
He didn't do good from that. He didn't do good though.
He did pretty good now. He had Archer Denson. He had a couple years he was pretty decent.
And he got worse every year.
Yeah, he started declining at that point. Then he ended up going to Washington.
Willie Taggart.
Right. Oh, Lord, don't speak on him. God bless.
Hey, for real.
God bless.
They have been good
With Notre Dame?
Yeah, they was up there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just couldn't get it done.
Right.
At the big stage, just
Right.
couldn't get it done.
They got a
Definitely.
good team. This shit wide open, this shit, man.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
anybody's
it's
game.
wide open. And my fault, we got to put JT Daniels,
Jay
Jay
Daniels from LSU.
back in there, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause he
Yeah.
hadn't played that. He didn't cause his team the game from
Right.
in the loss. But his numbers absurd right now.
Right. Yeah.
You see what he
Definitely.
did in Mississippi State yesterday.
Right.
Beat
Right.
the shit out them boys.
Yeah, and he had good numbers against Grambling too. So yeah,
so
definitely.
This shit, hey, something to keep an eye on. It's wide open. Who's your dark horse to make the playoffs? A team that nobody expect. If you just had to pick, that has a chance, a legitimate chance, might not make it, but a team. Let's say pick a team outside of Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and who else usually make it? Pick somebody other than them three. Dark horse.
Washington.
Good choice. Like them.
USC.
I don't like them. No defense. Don't like them at all. I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna go with. Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma. They gonna beat Texas.
They're not going to beat us.
Brent Venables. He hit that transfer portal hard. Recruiting A1.
Right.
That transfer portal, man, that shit make it
Yeah,
different.
Right.
It do.
And look, I think them niggas got the largest margin of victory outside of Washington in college football right now.
Yeah.
No team is playing better ball, arguably, than those two. You can put Miami third now. Those three teams are hottest right now.
Scores,
in the
yeah,
country, you know what I'm saying?
point
you
margin
put Georgia
wise.
back in there because what they did second half, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, come on, man.
Right.
Man, we hot. We
Man,
hot right now.
damn, I gotta throw Duke in there too. Shout
Yeah,
out
Duke, Duke playing good ball.
Yeah.
They're playing sound ball right now. They're doing
Hey,
more
shout
with
out
less.
to Longhorns, man. We beat Alabama, man. We hot right now.
But look at Alabama.
What you mean? Look
How
at
good does that win look now?
Man, they gotta do it.
It don't that good win. We gonna know how good that win look at the end of the year.
Hey,
Cause right now, how good that win look.
Huh? Yeah.
Our job is to be.
Right.
Our job is to be. Whoever on
Now,
that
cool,
side,
now, cool,
got the weakest
Right,
schedule.
right.
Than anybody in college football. Georgia got the weakest.
Yeah.
That weak ass schedule.
I mean, kudos to y'all for getting
But
that victory
now-
because that was a huge achievement. You know.
We should have beat them
Definitely.
last year, but they hurt the quarterback.
But think about this. Now, they had the weakest schedule going into the season. But now, when we look back, and we might look back and say that schedule wasn't so goddamn sweet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the other teams might end up, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
'Cause they don't
Because
look
now, look at the scores y'all saw yesterday. That shit was crazy.
Right. Definitely.
That shit,
Definitely.
college football
Right.
all over the place right now. You feel me?
Wake lost to the Old Dominion.
Go ahead.
Right. I mean,
Oklahoma State
State-
got smacked by South Alabama at home.
yeah. That's another team.
Destroyed.
That's another team that's a sleeper. They play great football. South Alabama. They play great football.
South Alabama, who else? Somebody else too, man.
Play great football.
Rutgers. Shout out to Greg Schiano.
Good
He's doing
coach.
good things at Rutgers right now. They're like 3-4-0. They beat some decent teams. So this their best start in probably about 15 fucking years.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out Greg Schiano. I've been a fan because he came from University of Miami.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always been a great defensive guy.
Right.
Hard nosed, no nonsense type guy. You know what I'm saying? So he got them boys up to playing good ball. You know what I'm saying? This shit's so wide open right
Yeah.
now, man. I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it. Like we said, when you look at that schedule and you can't just pencil in a blowout, I love it.
Right.
I love it. For real, this shit
Right.
need to look like a pro game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to see some, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing 10-3 get you in the playoffs.
Right.
Everybody in that bitch with a couple of losses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real.
Right.
It look good. Competitive football.
Right.
That's what you want to see.
Definitely.
You know what
Definitely.
I'm saying? And then if you so happen to run the table going undefeated, hey, it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, use that much better.
Right.
than everybody,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
For real. But what y'all think about Alabama?
Multiple.
Man, you brought it up, man. What did I tell you? How many quarterbacks you was gonna see?
Yep.
How many quarterbacks you gonna see?
They played 3 quarterbacks today?
Exactly.
Did the black boy, Jalen Milroe, did he play 2?
Yeah, they rotated 3
Who did
quarterbacks.
the best out of them 3?
Nobody.
I can't really give you a name.
17-3 win over South Florida. That tell you some shit, don't it?
South Florida had a post at quarterback. They probably would have beat them.
Wow.
Because at one point it was 3-3 for a while, for quite a while.
You
The
think,
game got delayed because of the weather, but at one point it was a 3-3 score for a while.
you think this a season like this pushing Nick closer to retirement?
Knowing who Nick is, I don't see him walking out with that type of ending. It's got to be a decent ending for him. I don't see him walking out. Knowing the type of coach he is, I don't see that happening. But another thing too, look who his offensive coordinator is. I'm not sold on him.
Who?
Tommy Rees, come from Notre Dame.
I thought Tommy Reese was all right. He was all right. He was okay as a football player. He was okay QB. Played under Brian Kelly, LSU.
Right.
thought he was okay. I don't think he, you know, he kind of remind me of low key, but he ain't quite as good as him yet. Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not the biggest, not
Right.
the best.
Right.
Going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Know where to go with the ball.
Right.
Have some good games. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore, hell of a coach right now, offensive coordinator.
Right.
I think Tommy Reed, he got that kind of potential. We'll see though.
Right.
But like you said, you can see it's a drop off in offensive talent at Alabama right now.
Right.
I can't tell you who they starting running back is.
Gibbs gone.
I can't tell you who Alabama is.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Right.
Usually the school at Alabama, whoever that running back was, they up for preseason award.
Right.
I only can tell you one receiver on their team.
And if I'm not mistaken, Gibbs was the leading receiver last year. The running back was the leading receiver.
That's crazy. So there's a drop off. You know what I'm saying? They lost some offensive linemen to the portal.
Right.
One came to us, they best one.
Right, correct.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So we're going to see. It's all over the place right now.
And Alabama defense has not been the same since Kirby Smart left.
Thank you.
Has not been the same.
They brought up a stat. I seen online. Nick Saban defense has not finished in the top 10, which is unheard of, since 2019, I believe.
Oh, wow.
2019. We talking about like 4-5 seasons.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
Talking about that motherfucker that pride on defense.
Right.
That's where he earned his reputation. He's a defensive coach. He
Right.
came up, he ain't never coached offense, I don't think. Probably in high school or some shit.
Right.
But he came up as a defensive guru.
Right. That's his
And
staple.
that's crazy.
His
So I
defense.
think now I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna say some wild shit that I kind of, it won't surprise me. I think Nick Saban retires the next year. I think you go be athletic director or a consultant or something just to stay around the program, stay busy.
Right.
Because you know they say when you've been doing something for so long and you retire, you usually die soon.
Right.
Because you done lost that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he'll just do that to stay busy.
Stay active.
But I think he'll stop coaching. Because I think so much has changed and he's just getting tired of the everyday grind of the book.
Right.
Damn. Now I'm not just coaching. I'm not just recruiting now.
Right.
Now I got to go recruit for the transfer portal.
Right.
Now I got to worry about NIL deals.
Right.
All this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he's just probably, you know what I'm saying? Old school. He ain't with the bullshit. You feel me? So I think he's going to probably walk away after next year.
Who would they acquire as the next head coach?
That's tough.
Oh, that's easy.
Who?
Dabble.
Look at Ski. Look at Ski. Dabble was a name they threw around for years. That if Nick Saban walk away, he'd be the first guy.
Right, but that was prior to the NIL and the transfer portal.
Yep.
So
I'm willing to bet the house.
Dabble will be the guy. That'll be the first guy they reach out to.
but will he conform? That's the question. Will he conform? Because he's going to have to modernize. If not, he's not going to fit at Alabama because it's a winning traditional program. So he's going to have to conform in order to be successful. If not, he might as well stay at Clemson. I mean, be honest with you, it's not really a lot of names right now. If you were to acquire somebody, Alabama, they'd probably go get a current head coach. But if you look at coordinators, who's on that list that you would acquire to lead Alabama back to the promised land?
Yeah, who was the hot name?
Who would you acquire?
I don't really know.
Ain't a whole lot of, it's a lot of guys that still have yet, it's like a youth movement, have yet to develop themselves, to put themselves in that predicament.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of coaches from the NFL, they don't care to come down to that college game no more.
Right.
Because in the NFL, you get more time with your family. You
Right.
deal with grown men. You got all people already hired to handle all the bullshit. You there to coach and motivate your players.
Right.
That's about it.
Right.
I don't handle contracts, none of that type of
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. So a lot of them, it'd be hard to find a
Right.
name outside of Dabble
Right.
that the fan base would be happy with.
Right.
Hiring. You feel? Because you know you're gonna break the bank.
Right. Would
you
you?
ain't gonna hire nobody. Put it
Right.
that way.
Right.
You ain't gonna do that.
This guy hasn't had the best of success as a head coach, but would they go get Will Muschamp from Georgia?
Hell no. They'll never. Alabama ain't dare look at Will.
Go get who?
No, I'm asking. No. I'm speaking on it. He's a great coordinator. That's what I'm saying. But he hasn't had the best success as a head coach.
I don't trust him.
Right.
I don't trust that as a head coach. He needs to stay there
Right.
right there as a coordinator. Good coordinator.
Right.
Good D coordinator. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I don't trust. You think would you do that?
No, I'm just
saying,
playing.
Would you hire him as
No,
your
I
head
probably
coach?
wouldn't as a head coach. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate. Who would you acquire? There ain't a whole lot of options
It
right
ain't.
now. Ain't a whole lot of
You
options.
know how some years of college football you watch so much and then you watch all the other teams, you be like, damn, this motherfucker here, the way this offensive coordinator calling players, this D coordinator calling players, he getting the best out of his team. He an up and coming coach. He a hot name on the market.
Right.
I can't tell you nobody out there like that right now. Can you tell me? I don't know no name. You feel me?
I would say.
I'll tell you one thing. He's been a head coach before, but it was at a small school and he didn't have the talent there. And I saw that he knew how to call plays. The guy at Colorado right now, they OC. Sean is his name. Sean, what? He came from Akron.
Correct.
He was at Akron.
Right.
But he didn't have the talent there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had small improvement.
Right.
But you know Dion had to follow football
right.
and go to Akron
right.
and make this motherfucker
right.
my damn OC when he ain't won
right.
shit as a head coach.
Right.
So he saw something,
right.
you feel me?
That MAC conference is a strong conference for offensive-minded guys. Those Akrons, your Ohios, your Marshalls, those guys, those are very elite guys.
So now you seeing what he can do with a little talent. So
right.
he's making a name for himself.
Right.
So you got to like what he doing, you know what I'm saying? And you already know defensive guys that come up under Curry Smart, those guys, they always going to get looked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So other than that, I don't know. I really don't know. For real, for real. Yeah. Let's take 5.
All right.
Yeah. That's good, but once you get talking to that, you forget this shit.
Yeah.
Because I think y'all really can get more out of that program.
Definitely.
He don't plateau. He don't seem as locked in as he usually is.
Right.
The performance they put on yesterday was disgusting. Disgusting. To lose at home in a packed stadium to South Alabama when you clearly got more talent to get blown out. That's coaching.
Definitely.
That's coaching.
And he missed the boat 2 years ago when Oklahoma and Oklahoma State played, and I think it was in Bedlam, and they lost. And that's before Lincoln Riley had jetted out to USC. That was one of his opportunities to get into that playoff.
Yep. Where's this quarterback at? The kid that was there last year. Where the fuck did he transfer to?
No, scratch that. They won that game because Oklahoma lost that game. I think they lost the Big 12 championship game. Something kept them out of the playoffs, but I think they had one loss that season.
Okay. Spencer Sanders, that was the quarterback that was there. 4-year starter.
For Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Yes.
He transferred. He's a graduate transfer, hit the portal. I forgot where he signed at. But their quarterback play yesterday was atrocious, dog. It was horrible.
I saw the
It got so
scores.
bad he even played his son. Mike Gundy put his son in. His son was horrible. And his son was horrible.
Jesus. Wow, I didn't know
Mike
that.
Gundy is a name that stands out to me right now. Mike Gundy. I think Jimbo is on the hot seat. But I think with the team they got this year, people sleeping on them. I think they're going to win 10 games.
It's a possibility.
Straight up. I think they're going to smack Auburn this week.
Yeah, they should get Auburn.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Auburn. You know what I'm saying? We already seen it's a lot of holes in Alabama and Georgia.
Right.
LSU got some holes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's set up for him to save his job.
Right.
But either way you find him, like, hey, like Ed Oregon say, which door you want me to use?
Do they beat Ole Miss?
Bitch, I done made $100 million in this bitch. Go ahead, nigga.
Do they beat Ole Miss this year?
Texas A&M.
Yeah, they got to travel there.
Yeah, the team. Yeah, I like them to beat Ole
They beat Ole Miss.
I like them to beat Alabama.
That's a strong possibility right now.
Alabama over there. That boy hate them.
Bro,
They look weak this year.
Struggling, bro.
They just look out of character.
Right.
Like they don't like they gelling on
Bro,
no sides of the ball.
You never seen Alabama look like this.
This is the year all these SEC West teams can get their lick back of the number of years that they've been getting beat by Bama. This is the year for them to get that opportunity to beat Bama.
If they had an extra quarter, bro, to play in that USF, bro, they would have won that game, bro. They were building confidence.
Right.
They was building confidence, man. That's all that was.
Right.
They was just playing off confidence.
Right. Yeah. They gave them fits, and you know when you got 3 quarterbacks, you ain't got 1 quarterback. So I mean,
another thing,
it was
I
a
know
carousel.
y'all gamble a lot, right? But there's certain people that they got certain trends that they stick to for years and it work. And Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State fans, this is something that they do. Like they don't watch all the other games. They're not somebody that's going there and do all the homework. Oh, I like this, I like this. So what they do every year, casual better will bet with their team to cover the spread. So many, you know what I'm saying? Every week they might bet. They might bet the same amount back. You know, a smart better will bet the same amount. He won't really increase his shit. Right. Because there's no reason to try to get greedy. When you get greedy, when you get your head knocked off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hold on. Let me pause that. Another thing, to all you gamblers out there, this is a eternity thing. As long as you live it, there's going to be gambling around. It's going to be something to bet on. You feel me? So do not get greedy. most people can pick winners. That's what they fail to realize. Most people can pick winners. Most people can be like, oh, okay, I like this team to cover this. Where people fuck up at, they get greedy. So check this out, right? If you don't win 3 motherfucking games in a row, on your 4th game, do not put everything on the motherfucking line. Because guess what? You lose that one, you back to square one. Don't nobody give a fuck about the previous 3s you just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So be smart.
Right.
That's when a lot of people fuck up. You get greedy. Hey, I had to learn that at one point. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Greed will destroy you. You understand? For real, for real. So don't get greedy. There's always something to bet on. You know what I'm saying? Take your little losses. Stick to the script. You feel me?
Keep getting your Mad Dogg picks.
There you go. Hey, tap in, boy. We got 9, 1, and 1 in the NFL right now in the first 2 weeks. And the proof, we got the proof. The receipts don't lie.
Right.
You feel me? The receipts don't lie.
Right.
I can have my little crew tap in, and I'll bring the ass on here. We got the receipts. You feel me? It's unreal. College football, we probably floating a little above 500. Cause like I said, that shit all over the place right now. It's hard to handicap that shit right now for real. For real.
So NFL, you 90% winning
right now.
90%.
9-1-1. The only game we lost, Giants versus the Cowboys. Thursday night, Eagles versus the Vikings. We had the -6. The bitch hit on the 6, so we got to push. That's where the tie come in at. 2 weeks. Now it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't gonna be able to sustain 90% success over a whole course of the NFL season. If they do, they need to put me in goddamn statues for real. For real. I'm just being for real.
Right.
I'm just being for real. For real. Hey, these niggas might lobby for that shit. But we hit at that rate the whole season. This shit unreal though, man. But what was I going before I stopped that? I stopped that and said, what was we at with it?
You was talking about the -6. No, you was talking about the.
Before I said something about the gambling, you stopped and said something. What was I touching on? And I cut it off. I was like, hold on, I don't mean to cut it off. Y'all remember?
You just hit me that quick.
That was so good too, dog. Damn.
Oh, the coaches on the hot seat, and you were talking about the betting with Alabama, Georgia.
Oh,
the fans.
There we go. Okay,
yeah, that's what you
the
said.
casual better. There you
Uh-huh.
go. Good job. Thank you. The casual better. So it's somebody that don't watch sports. They love their team. You got a powerhouse team. How many games? 12, 13 games in the regular season. For years, Alabama is a team that will cover the spread 70 to 80% of the time. So if grandma betting $100 or $1,000 a game and she keep her amount the same, over the season, she gonna be picking up. She gonna be in the green. So her $1,000, just say they hit it about, let's just say 80%. Just say 80. We're gonna take a 10-game season, go 80% or whatever. So that's 2 losses, $1,000 times 2. So you'd be looking at somewhere roughly around what? So you hit what, 80 games? So you probably be up about $70,000, something like that. If you betting on, no, that's $100K. About $7,000, you bet like $1,000 a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You be up something like that. That's a win.
Right, definitely.
That's a win. Especially if somebody just some casual money, you know what I'm saying? You've been putting the same $1,000 down for the whole end of the season. Boom. But guess what? This year, when we said college football is so crazy, Alabama has not covered the spread yet. Michigan has not covered the spread yet. I talked about Michigan in the previous episode. I said, stay away from them bitches until Jim Harbaugh get back. Them bitches look mediocre like a motherfucker.
Right.
You feel me? Georgia ain't covered yet.
Really?
It's motherfuckers out there right now thinking, God damn, what happened to the tree?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
For this shit crazy.
Right, definitely.
For real. But everything, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta switch up.
Right, you have to. You have
and then
to.
you look at a team like Miami. I used to always get laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Every time I bet my team, they was cursed anyway. Like we've been cursed. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really bet the Kings like that. So, but this year, I'm so happy. I spoke about this shit on the first episode. I said, this is gonna be the year Miami actually make us some fucking money. Cause I seen what we did in the transfer portal. I seen what he did with the offensive line. And look at that shit right now. We basically sit about 3-0 against the spread. You feel me?
Right.
Damn, the Hurricane.
Right.
Nigga, they team you bad against.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't never cover.
Right.
So come on, man. Shit done changed. Trends change all the time. You gotta adapt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's another thing that's affecting the scores as far as college football is the clock not stopping after each first down.
Thank you.
So your possessions are less now, so you got to make every possession count offensively.
Thank you. They ain't blowing them teams
Right,
out how they used to.
right,
You feel
right,
me? The
right.
clock running is basically
Right.
an NFL clock now.
Correct.
It's an NFL clock until you get to 2 minutes of the first half and 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. It's an NFL clock. That shit count. Yeah, for real, for
Right.
real. You see, a lot of the scores are down too now.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
you ain't getting on them crazy ass teams dropping 50, 60 every
Right,
week no more. Now.
right.
Shit starting to look like the NFL game
Right.
a little bit. You
Yeah,
feel me?
it is.
Yeah, I like it. What you think about it?
Huh? Yeah, I don't knock the rule. I'm probably only gonna knock the rule when it affects my team if we lose. But it is a good rule though. I understand the logic what they're doing. But last night it didn't seem to be the case with Colorado State because that game tonight it lasted about 5 hours last night. That was a long college football game.
I woke up.
Interesting but long.
I woke up fourth quarter and felt like I watched a whole nother goddamn game.
Right.
For real.
Right.
For real. Hell of a game though.
Yeah,
Hell of a
definitely.
game, man. Hey, check this out, boy. Y'all seen the pregame speech DL Mama gave?
I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. I seen her give it a mic. I couldn't hear it though when I was trying to listen to it. I was trying to listen to it.
Hey, she said, I raised him right. She said, I always told him to be himself. But she said, if sometimes you got to kick ass, then kick ass. You feel me?
Oh, that's what she said. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
For real.
Wow.
I said, look at this shit here.
Wow.
This shit off the dome. Some shit just come off the dome. You
Right,
know?
right.
For real. And I'm going to be real with you. Another thing I do like about the Deion situation is I like how people that don't really get to see black families in a good picture, I like what they get to see with Colorado. The man got his mama there. The man got his kids on the staff. You see, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's showing I'm a good present
Right.
father. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I like how he's showing that he gets the stereotype.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that this shit is on TV consistent. I like that.
Right.
I like that because you got to think a lot of other races still have a picture
Right.
of the black family, majority of the black family.
Right.
You know, and every day they get to
Right.
see
Right.
black folks doing good shit.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
loving
saying?
on each other.
Loving
Right.
on each other.
Definitely.
For real.
Definitely.
Good family, you know what I'm saying? Family
Right.
environment. My kids doing something positive.
Right.
The whole, you know what I'm saying? I like to see that though, for real. What he doing is definitely helping the culture. I'll tell you that. For real. It's definitely helping the culture, for real. But I'll tell you one thing, another thing. We shouldn't wait until, and this goes for any other coach. You ain't got to be all boisterous and on TV like prime time. We should have been supporting a man like this when he was at Jackson State.
True.
Not saying that probably would have kept him there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we should have had the same support for him when he was at Jackson State.
Right.
Should have waited until he got the Boulder and got a little more money and that type of shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Same thing go for them superstars. It was only a few superstars going through them when he was at Jackson State. Now it's like everybody and their mama want to get on the goddamn, come down on the sideline.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
For real. What was these niggas at when he was at Jackson State?
Right.
They was winning over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. So that's another thing.
But if you're gonna be supportive,
Jackson State jersey.
right? If you're gonna be supportive, it got to be consistent. It
For
doesn't
real.
matter. It doesn't matter if I'm at Jackson State or if I'm at Colorado, Florida State, Miami. It shouldn't matter. It should be the same type of treatment.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and and for that matter, I like to speak on too. I mean, you have a lot of people that's pro-black, with Deion. I mean, we need to get that same energy to Dino Babers. Should have gave that same energy to Sylvester Croom.
Thank you.
What's his name? Tony
Colorado
Elliott,
State,
Colorado State. I mean, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter in regards to who the person is. If you're gonna stand on that, it needs to be consistent with everybody,
Exactly.
right? Not because it's a fad. Because Deion is a hot conversation right now, so people are gonna draw their attention to that. And he's drawing attention to Colorado. I just don't like some of the theatrics they're doing, but what he's trying to accomplish, I'm not really knocking that. It's just the extra things which kind of resulted into some of the personal foul calls last night from the game, which wasn't all his fault because Coach Norvell, Jay Norvell, pretty much was antagonizing the situation too. So kind of makes you wonder if it was staged.
That's what I said.
Kind of makes you wonder, they might. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder if it was staged, which get everybody's attention. They locked everybody in, which is a commercial. It's a psychological thing.
I don't think Jay Norvell got nothing against Deion.
Right.
At all.
Right.
Like at
Right.
all. But it make you think though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a psychological because they're the biggest winners right now. They had everybody's attention.
It's good for business.
Right.
It's booming over there.
Right.
Seen the man. I think he sold like $1 million worth of his own shades.
Yep.
Got him for
Marketing.
Yeah,
It's big market. I mean, they're selling. I mean, over there on College Game Day, I think they said yesterday they was talking about the amount of Colorado gear with like different slogans that he uses and phrases. Like it's like this, selling. People are coming.
On Saturdays,
it's coming.
It's hard not to see a Dion commercial on TV.
Right. He's on Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
they talking about this. You know, I used to get tired of hearing about LeBron. Right. This Dion now.
Right.
And this a coach. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even playing no more.
Right.
He's a coach. We talking about the coach.
He's on the commercial with the peanuts or almonds, whatever, some type of nuts. He's on
Every time I turn on ESPN, one of those ESPN shows, they talking about Prime and what's going on over there.
Definitely.
You feel me? For real. And I think he's still gonna get attention even if he loses this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody expecting him to lose this week.
Right.
Like this is gonna be the week. They win this one, playoffs is a realistic chance, like we said, for real.
Right. And it would speak volumes too. They win this game without Travis Hunter. That would definitely speak a lot of volume.
Man, hope Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
You want no player to go down like
that.